Hello everyone, Gerone Wright back here again with part two of a video I released. Okay, and the title of the image that we have is A Ancestor, the man of 20,000 years ago, and it is an illustration that appeared in the Illustrated London News in 1909. Okay, and the artist was Frantisek Kupta, if I'm saying that right. Um, and he released this image based off his research into the works of Marcine Bol, if I'm saying that right. And Marcine Bol um, is a French geologist, a paleontologist, and a physical anthropologist who actually, I believe, discovered or did work in the Chapelle-aux-Saints caves where the first, I believe, known Neanderthal, first reconstructed Neanderthal skull came from. Okay, as you know through my first video, that I've discovered that there are underlining images in this image, and they signify the evolutionary becoming of man, genetic bridging, genetic manipulation, and altering of genetics, which actually led to the likenesses and cultures of mankind that there is today. I'm stating also that this is not my first find. If you have not seen my other 60 plus and counting videos, you need to do so, because all of my videos, people, signify the same exact thing. That there are Renaissance artists, there are in our forefathers the scientists, um, people, you name it. It's just so much. It's pretty much overwhelming. But in religion, there are people that know how mankind came to be, and it goes beyond that of just ape, Neanderthal, and these beings that we were taught in our history classes in school. It goes much deeper than that. I have found evidence and can prove that um, there's knowledge of how life forms evolved from space, from the microorganism states onto our world, how they got here, which creatures these organisms evolved through intelligently to become that what we are today. And through all of this evolution, there was a precise genetic bridging from the very start and manipulation that actually came, I guess you can say, installed in these microorganisms, to where they knew how to genetically alter and bridge themselves to become what we are in the likenesses that we are today. And it's actually continuing, I'm saying, with the royalty of our world, and also within the Vatican, which I am alleging is at the center of all of this, and under the guise of Christianity. And for the first time, you have heard that I am the first one ever to state that the cross represents the cross-referencing of mankind's and animals' genetics. That's what the cross means. Okay, and cross-referencing of genetics that actually evolved from space onto our world. I mean, that's at the top. I mean, just cross-referencing, period. That's what the cross means. Okay, all of my videos support what I'm saying here. Okay, to this image, I made some highlights, some different highlights here, and I'm going to bring up the next image. This is the original image. If you want to Google it, pretty much all you have to do is Google an ancestor, the man of 20,000 years ago, and the original image will come up, and you'll be able to identify the highlights that I'm actually showing you. I found first that the ape that is appearing, the man-like ape that is appearing here, is casting a shadow that is that of a reptilian existence, or form of ape, or mutation of ape. So when I am telling you that there were two genetic likenesses of this creature, okay? Now, how was this possible? I'm bringing up my highlights. How was this possible? Well, people, it's not as hard to understand as one would think it would be. In fact, it makes more sense than what it actually should make. All right, now, first, here is the shadow that this ape is casting. Okay, this ape man is supposed to be casting. If you look closely at the shadow, you will see a reptilian face, a faint, transparent image of a reptilian face that the creator of this drawing actually incorporated in the image for those that actually know of these genetics and of these mutations. Look at the detail, people, that I have at the mouth. I mean, can I bring that in closer? I should be able to bring that in a little closer for you. Look at the details, people. I am not an artist. This is already there. Look at the linings in the mouth. Look at how it's separated. The mouth shows you the exact reptilian likeness of this creature. Almost like having a twin, but one is reptilian. This is what this is all about, people, these genetic bridgings. Now, how was these genetics altered? Well, long and behold, in the shadow that's supposed to be cast by this ape, you can see here that there is a likeness of that of a triceratops / rhino looking creature. Then in the body, if you come over to, well, actually up here on the back part of the reptilian-like ape, you'll see another creature that resembles that of a prehistoric creature. Okay? Now, come into the body of the ape, you will see multiple morphine existences, faces of the evolutionary ancestor of this ape, beginning at the back of its head here, from largest to smallest, people, here, in the forehead of the larger one, and all morphing down to a smaller size. Now, in that, you will also see the prehistoric head of that of a horse, which represents that of the dinosaur. There's the eye right there. Okay, and in the horse's head, or where the would-be mane would be at, there is a serpent or a snake right there. Okay, you with me still, people? This is consistent with everything that I have been finding in all of my other discoveries regarding Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Sir Isaac Newton, Bernini, Salvador Dali, Dor, coming into later Michelangelo, and then coming forward a little bit Picasso. It's people, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. If they had the knowledge of it. George Quintets, if they had the knowledge, people, they have it in their painting. And I can pull it out of their painting. It's quite simple. I can pull it out of their painting. Through my experience and my encounter, which led me to all of this in the first place, I can reveal how you were created. This is not no joke. This is the real thing, people. Alright? Now, let's go back here again. The ape. Where the ape arm is cleverly camouflaged with all of these other creatures and likenesses, you never really do see the hand of the ape. There is shown the ape's penis right there. It's in a U shape and it has two heads. I will later tell why that has two heads. There's a head there towards the mouth of the prehistoric horse, which represents the dinosaur, and then there's a head here at the mouth of the triceratops slash rhino. Penises depicted in these encrypted artworks of these artists represents the genetic exchange, the genetic bridging, the genetic manipulation of the past history and our ancestry. That's what the penis represents. In biblical times, you see the nudity. In Roman days, you see the nudity. They laying around, and you're wondering what in the world was going on with all of this. People, this is the answer. Nudity, the sexual implications and innuendos back in these people weren't just laying around on some giant historical pornography kick. It was showing the passage of the genetics. You give me a unique photo from biblical times, from Roman times, from historical moments, and they all represent, and if they're famous, they represent the genetics evolving from here, the dinosaur, here, reptiles, and how they evolved through those great figures that are being depicted, such as Constantine, Caesar the Great. I mean, these people from ancient Egypt times. These pictures, people, have the underlining encryptions on how these genetics evolved from here to where they were with the person that is depicted. Now, here, where are we at here? What have I not shown you about this image? I think that everything else, people, I actually have shown you. The new things that I've brought to highlight, which was, I believe I showed you the reptile. I don't know if I gave you the drawing of the reptilian and that there, but the penis, the face of the horse, and all of these creatures here in the ape body. I showed you how it's shown in the stone, how the genetics were altered. And here, if you look here, people, there's an image of an ape right there, and don't look too hard, because if you look too hard you won't see the other 3 or 4 likenesses of it. They morph, show you how they morph along here. Okay, people, pictures of reptilian slash land creatures that are mammals that are together in one. The skeletons representing that they had phased out, and this is the creature that they evolved from and what came from it. It shows you the dinosaur here encrypted in a rock over here on the ground, and a reptilian face on the front of it, and then there's the witch-like woman who represents the mother of creation that appears in just practically every discovery that there is, and it shows you how the body is like laid out. Again, people, this is the cult-like symbolization or references of that, of the cult-like worship, which is in pagan worship, death and resurrection, the presence of reptilians, the presence of death. All of this, people, is what creates this encrypted message. And this is what is in everything. Everything. And linking The stick in the ape's hand, shown taken from off there. The building blocks of life. If you know where this stuff evolved from, how it landed our world, what is going on, how it evolved from the waters of our world, then you understand this. Everything that even came before this. People, I know where ape came from. I know how ape evolved on. I mean, it's just too much to actually go into detail about. Okay, people. But how can I sit here in a video and explain away this to you? Something that is not even supposed to be known, but yet this is a 1909 image, and it is known in this image, and then many millennia before then. You're going into Michelangelo times, to Da Vinci times, even before that, people. And the same references are being made before they were even supposed to be being known. At what benefit do you think that these people gained access and knowledge over top of us? All so we could be deceived. Be deceived for what? So that we could be genetically altered and manipulated and bridged on the mass scale of people, on the mass scales. That's what this is all about. I'm going to let this video go, and I'm going to stop there. But as promised, I wanted to bring you part 2 to the first part, okay? And I want you to Google this image. A penis bent over to a U. 2 heads. One head in a horse's mouth that's encrypted in the Neanderthal apes-like man body there, and the other mouth, the other end in that of a triceratops / rhino creature. Genetic bridging. There's no denying what there is. The only thing that I ask people is, you're getting all of this for free. I'm asking that you Google a friend, message a friend. If you're in college, bring it to the attention of your college professor. Anybody that is somebody that can make a difference, and we can get this thing out to the world, to the masses. This is all information, people, that must be known. I mean, it's going to change everything as we know it, but at least knowing who you are, you can identify with yourself on a level that you have never had before. It brings in a sense of knowledge that opens up doors and possibilities. Once your mind is opened up and introduced to this, people, those closed doors in your mind that was closed out by the lies and the deceptions, those doors are broken down or kicked open, people. And once you open your mind up to this, everything that you truly are comes into light and instinctively starts coming to you. And that expansion in your mind and in your body is what is key to knowing who you are and where you're going, what your sole purpose is, and much more. You can see the rest of my videos here on my YouTube Geronification channel, or you can Google my name, Gerone Wright, which is GeroneWright, which links you to my other sites. People, I don't know. I'll just have to see you in the next video until you get it. I mean, I'm going to keep hammering away at these videos and bringing them to you until things actually come to light, come before the world, and my message is out. Thank you. I appreciate your time.